Hello everyone, thank you for watching the video. Today I'm going to be trying out this yard trimmer that I bought. This is lightly used, very lightly used, and I'm looking forward to being able to use this to do my yard on one battery charge. This is a 40 volt battery that it uses, lithium battery. I'll show you that in just a second. Don't know the model number right offhand, but I'll try to leave that in the video. I just pretty much call it a BLACK+DECKER 13-inch 40 volt lithium battery. Pretty easy to find if you go on the internet and put that in. But going to be going over this today, doing a little bit of a demo. Now I did try it out just very briefly. Seems to have a lot of power. Doesn't have a complete full charge, so we're going to go ahead and start charging it. Here's a look at the battery. It has an indicator light here showing you how much charge is left. Pretty heavy duty battery. Here's the charger. Charger is very light, small. Yeah, the green is for a full charge. It'll be flashing green when it's charging. Then it has has defective here with the red. Let's hope that doesn't happen. All right, for charging, let's go ahead and push the charger onto the battery. Plug it up. We get a green flashing light. So we'll let that. Got three lights on, 3 of 3. So we're pretty close to having a full charge here. In the meantime, let's take a look at the trimmer. You can extend the shaft by pulling it out. That is as far as it goes. And then turn the knob here to lock it in place. Okay, you can also loosen it again and turn the trimmer just like that for your edging. Push that down, and pretty much set up for being able to edge. Let's unlock it, turn it back to trim position, lock it in place there. Here is how you can adjust the handle. Push this in here, move it to whatever position you want. It has multiple positions. Whatever's comfortable. I like it extended all the way out like it is here. I'll need to pull this back. To operate the trimmer, just pull the trigger. Now there's a safety button you have to push before you can pull the trigger. And there's one on the left and one on the right side. But once you release the trigger here, it's going to come back, so you'll have to push it in again to start again. So it is a single line trimmer. This is the .065 line, and that's what you're supposed to use. What it says back here, if you can see that maybe. It's automatic feed spool, so operates on the centrifugal idea of when it spins, it automatically comes out whatever you need. It's got a cutter right here. You can buy these already loaded with line, wound with line. You can buy those in the store, buy them online. Not sure how much they cost, but you get a lot of line with them. I'm going to show you that just in a second. Or you can buy the line and put it on yourself. Okay, so there are 2 tabs that you push in. and then the top part is going to come off, and the spool is underneath. There's a spring between this and the spool, so be careful of that, especially if you've got a fully loaded spool. This can be replaced if it gets weak, and maybe you find that your spool is feeding too much line. You could probably buy a new spring that may help. There's my line. Doesn't look like it was put on very good. Someone's probably taken it off, because when you do buy these, they are wound like they should be. Everything is in a perfect row, and then it goes back over for a second, third row. So this is kind of mixed up here, as you see. It's not really supposed to be like that. That's the back side with the gears. Here's the self-fed lever. Going back in place, snaps in. Let's go ahead and check the status of the battery. Alright, so it's still flashing. We should have 3 full green lights here. So I think that 3 is all there is. So we should be at a full charge here. Matter of fact, look, it stopped. It just stopped. So we got a full charge here. Now I don't know how long it takes to get a full charge. I've read somewhere, not in the manual because I don't have a manual, but I read someone that had this, that it takes 2 or 3 hours to go to reach a full charge. So I don't know if that's all the way from completely dead to 1 bar or 1 light, but you can kind of expect that, I guess. You don't have to wait for it to get a solid green. If I get 3 bars or 3 lights, I'm going to consider that full, and I'm going to take it off the charger. So let's go ahead and give it a try. As far as the battery goes, put it in, just line it up in the slots here, push it in until it locks in. You have to give it a little push. To release the battery, just push down, and pretty much comes out by itself. Okay, I've already got it in the edging position. Had to unlock it, turn the head upside down, and then I put the guide bar, I guess that's what it's called, the little metal guide bar, put that in place for edging. So we're going to try it out right here. So as far as edging, there's a guide pin here. I've used it a couple of different ways. Started out using it like you see here, and just kind of going along the grass line, keeping it right against the driveway. That worked pretty well. I did come across some mud areas, and it would kind of stop it. So I've also used it right on the driveway and just kind of skated it along the concrete. And that's working well also. So I've been trimming now for about 15 minutes straight. I've been trimming against wooden fences, against brick borders, some pretty heavy vines, and it's done a really good job so far. The line has fed itself at least 3 or 4 times, I could hear, and cut itself. However, it's not as powerful as when I first started. I noticed that around the 10-minute mark it started getting a little weaker. Still cutting good, but we're down to 2 lights now, so I'm going to keep on and see how long we can keep trimming, and hopefully we can get the job done here. So here's the update on the trimmer. We are now down to one light on our battery, and we have been trimming now for right at an hour. I would say 50 minutes is actual trimming. I've been doing a lot of edging. I would say half of that, 30 minutes of that's probably edging. Was able to do more edging than I actually thought I would be able to do. I've got this sidewalk that I edged. It does a pretty good job edging as well. There's a learning curve for me, and I'm still learning, you know, how to use it best and be able to move pretty fast. This was the first time this year, which is always the hardest time. So it did a pretty good job, all things considered. Most importantly, I had plenty of charge to do this. Let me show you in just a second how the trimmer sounds with one light. Was able to do the driveway, which is pretty long. Haven't done at the road yet on the sidewalk, but I can tell that I have enough power to do that. Was able to do all this here. Let me let you listen to the trimmer. I've been pretty pleased with it. I think it's a good value and a pretty quality tool here. So here we are at 1. Here's what kind of power we've got. So I'm clearly going to be able to do that sidewalk up there. That's the thing that I was really kind of concerned if I would have enough charge to do all this sidewalk and driveway edging, and definitely going to be able to do all that. So yeah, it's a nice little trimmer. BLACK+DECKER 40 volt max lithium. It's the 1.5 AH. Very lightweight. You know, I'm not tired at all from handling this thing for an hour. The only thing I would change about this, or if I could have something, a feature on this would be for this handle to go to the left or the right, just kind of swivel a little bit. But that's really all that I can say that I would want to change about this. So yeah, nice trimmer. I guess that'll be it. Thank you for watching. Until next time, have a great day. Take care.